Hey guys, how's it going? It's the Crypto Lark here. Today we're going to be talking about Bitcoin mining. To mine or not to mine? And if you're going to mine, to cloud mine or to home mine? Those, my friends, are the questions that we're going to be trying to answer today, looking at the risks and opportunities involved with doing this. Before we get into all the details of that, quick shout out as always to everyone who has been hitting that like button. Of course, everybody who has been subscribing to the channel. Thank you everyone so much for your continued support of the channel. If you're a new subscriber, welcome to the channel. You're most welcome here in the crypto community. And of course, guys, this is not professional financial advice. This is just a dude talking about cryptocurrencies. Let's get into it. So, to mine or not to mine? It's really two schools of thought. There are a lot of people who will say stay away from mining, and that is home mining and cloud mining. Both. Simply buy it, hold it, and that's all you got to do. Look for the dips, wait for the dips, buy, hold, done. You don't have to think about it. It's a good argument. I definitely buy Bitcoin. I like buying Bitcoin, but I also mine. I like to spread it out a little bit, but I definitely understand the people who just say buy the dips and hold. It's a pretty stress-free way to look at it. You've got it, it's done. You don't have to worry about all the factors that come in with mining. And there's a lot of risks and opportunities in mining. So to all those out there who say just buy your Bitcoin and hold it, I totally get your argument. And I feel where you're coming from. Me, I like to mine. I like the risk to opportunity ratio that it provides. But I feel you guys. Now, the next question you have to think about is it better to buy your own or to cloud mine? Well, you guys are in luck if you're watching this video today or in the next couple of days. Bitmain is actually having a sale right now. Their Antminer S9 13.5 terahash device, a very powerful Bitcoin mining device, $1,415. That's an absolute steal and will beat cloud mining every time. If you can get in and get this, do it. If you have the place in your home for it, do it. If you have cheap electricity, do it. I don't have those things. I don't have a place in my home for such a machine. I tried, it didn't work. The electricity in New Zealand's scandalously expensive. It would shock many of you guys who I know have electricity that's not 22 to 25 cents. So that's something to keep in mind. But man, if you can get in, if this is useful for you, come over here and buy one of these because they are amazing machines with really great return on profit. Now, they're not shipping until the 21st of January. The real benefits here are that you're in control of your own machine. If you want to start mining Bitcoin Cash with it, you can do that. You don't have to wait for a company like Genesis Mining to maybe incorporate Bitcoin Cash mining someday. You can choose what pool you're in. Very easy. You're in control of your machine, and that is very powerful stuff. Now, you do have to, of course, factor in you got to buy a power supply unit and pay for the shipping from China for this. That's going to add about an extra $250 or so. So you're looking around $1,700 for this. But that being said, a really good buy if you're interested in home mining. It doesn't take a lot of technical skill. These are basically plug and play miners. Bitmain has made it super easy for you. I would suggest definitely getting involved in home mining if you have the space for it. Now, mining in general, the whole space is heading for a bit of a revolution soon when the Japanese come on board with their 7 nanometer chips. These old machines may not be as profitable by any means. The number of terahashes that you'll need to make a good profit may go up substantially. I want you to be aware of that before you invest in any mining, whether it be cloud mining or home mining. Those are things to keep in mind. The Bitcoin mining war is well underway, as it has been for a while. Big players coming in all the time. The Russians are getting in, the Japanese are getting in, and the Americans are investing more and more all the time in Bitcoin mining. Now look, there are not actually so many chip producers. Most of what we're seeing is coming from Bitmain. They basically have a total stranglehold currently on the market. It will be very refreshing to see this Japanese company coming in, Bitfury as well. is very much invested in Bitcoin chip making, but you can't buy miners from them. They are a business-to-business solution company, although they do have Hashing24, which is their cloud mining outlet. Now, the real question to consider with mining is also the difficulty. The difficulty is going up basically all the time, although we do see some tiny retractions from time to time. This is when Bitcoin Cash happened this year, as well as when we saw a lot of miners actually moving to the Bitcoin Cash network and staying there. The difficulty will continue to go up exponentially over time. Every time the difficulty increases, your payouts from mining decrease. Now, of course, the price of Bitcoin is going up all the time as well. For your dollar value, mining is basically a no-brainer. You're going to get your dollar value back 110%. With some of the cloud mining contracts, though, in particular, will you get more Bitcoin than you spend? It's a risky proposition. With this increasing difficulty, with the new players coming in, the difficulty is only going to go up and up and up. As more people find out, the difficulty will go up and up. And I would like to tell you the story of Dash. Oh, Dash. Dash, you're one of the cryptocurrencies of my heart. Seriously. The story of Dash and Dash mining. Anyone who bought a Dash cloud mining contract 4 or 5 months ago got totally washed on it. And that happens. The thing that happened was the cloud mining contracts were selling, everything was fine, and then Bitmain brings out a 15 gigahash machine. InnoSilicon a week after brings out a 38 gigahash machine. When those actually were connected to the network, Dash profitability did this as the difficulty did this. There is a potential for that to happen with Bitcoin. I don't think it will be as dramatic when these new machines come on sometime next year, but new technology is being developed all the time. If somebody develops a killer ASIC, it could change dramatically the way Bitcoin mining happens. So you have to be aware of those as potential risks. Obviously, the pros for cloud mining in particular, it's easy. You pay and it's done. You don't have to worry about the maintenance, the noise, all that jazz. You can pay with credit cards, especially on Hashflare and Genesis mining. Bitmain only accepts Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, or Litecoin in exchange for their miners, so you gotta exchange and then buy. That's not a big problem, of course. A lot of the other guys only accept Bitcoin for their mining. I'd prefer to pay cash personally, change fiat into Bitcoin mining power, so you know, you're definitely still winning in your cash, you know, without having to worry about that difficulty increase. You will definitely get your cash investment back. But again, there is the risk with cloud mining that the Bitcoin return may not be as big as you want it to be, certainly. Now that you have the facts, let's talk about the profitability. Currently, Hashflare has a $140 terahash. They've got a $10 off sale going for a terahash right now as their Black Friday sale. That gives you $1,400 for 10 terahashes. How profitable does that look if you hook up and start mining today? They actually have mining power in stock, which is different from most companies who are simply offering pre-sales. Potential $3,600 return on that investment. Now they have a 35 cent per terahash per day fee. So that is a substantial fee. The biggest fees in the business, basically, but they also have the cheapest terahash in the business. Now, your fees are paid out daily in Bitcoin, but calculated versus the US dollar fees. So that's something to keep in mind. Currently, you would mine 0.67 Bitcoin. Obviously, by the time that 1 year contract runs up and you calculate for the fees and things like that, that will be much less than 0.67. But still, I think it would be much more than you would be able to buy today on the open market. If you spent $1,400, you'd be able to buy 0.17 Bitcoin today. over on Genesis Mining. Genesis Mining is back in stock with pre-sales anyway. So this is a $179 terahash. They do, of course, have that 3% discount code going, which would be crazy not to use the 3% discount code. That brings it down to about 174 bucks a terahash. The big catch here is this is a pre-sale. It doesn't start until the middle of March. It's a risky proposition, but it's at least an open-ended Bitcoin mining contract, unlike Hashflare, which only has a year. So you're much more pressed to get that profit in that year's time. The open-ended Bitcoin mining contract will run until the profitability goes to the point where it no longer covers the fees. If we continue to see Bitcoin rise along with the difficulty, that means these contracts could run for quite some time, more than a year, certainly. However, there's always risks involved, especially with such a long away pre-sale. I've invested. I've bought some more terahashes over at Genesis Mining. But, you know, it is risky because it is such a long distance thing. Now, if you were to look at the profitability of that today, the profitability is really good, especially because they have lower fees over at Genesis Mining. They're only 28 cents a terahash for their fees. Another place that you can pick up some mining power when it's available is via BTC. Now, the one thing I really like over here, if you can actually get in and get some contracts from them when they have them available, they're currently sold out, but do keep an eye out for them to come back, is that they have an open marketplace where you can then sell your shares later. I really like this. This means you are not locked in to your contract. If you want to sell, you can sell and take your money back. The markets over here are pretty active. I have actually bought some Litecoin mining over on via BTC. I'm pretty happy with results so far, and I'll definitely be looking out to buy more when they actually have their contracts come back, because the interesting thing is now the contracts, which people bought for $5.90, are selling for about $8. So that's interesting. Another way to make profit on your mining. I like the market aspect. I think that's a really good idea. Bitcoin.com regularly has terahash power in stock. However, they're currently sold out. They added 6 petahash last week and they have sold out since then. 300 bucks a terahash though makes them one of the most expensive in the game, although all the people I've mentioned so far are reliable players. Hashing24, $340 terahash. Wowzers. They always sell out as well. Again, this is the business front of Bitfury, basically. It's amazing the demand for Bitcoin mining right now. It regularly sells out very quickly from all of the most reputable suppliers, particularly Hashing24, Bitcoin.com, via BTC, Genesis Mining. Hashflare has to keep their prices a bit lower because they did do that contract change recently, which made a lot of their customers very angry. Obviously, switching from an open-ended contract to the 1-year contract reduces profitability significantly. So you do need to keep that in mind. Hashflare has done that in the past. Hashnest, this is the cloud mining front for Bitmain. You're able to come over here, buy a machine, they basically put it on the rack for you and start mining with it. The problem is it's always out of stock. In fact, I have never seen it in stock. Although they do offer a marketplace as well. That brings us to NiceHash. A NiceHash is actually a really interesting way to make money mining. Basically, you can come over here and rent other people's machines. They get paid in Bitcoin, straight up, for you renting their machine. You then get to speculate or try to arbitrage, for example, on different coins. For example, if you want to go and mine some Vertcoin, you can do that. Or if there's a new coin that's come out and you think is, you know, really undervalued mining wise, you can do that as well. People are just renting their GPUs or ASICs out to you and receiving Bitcoin. They don't care what you mine. You simply rent the power. Now, you can also do Bitcoin mining on NiceHash, although I don't recommend it. You can see here, you can get, for example, a petahash for a day for 0.2 Bitcoin, which is about $1,600 today. So that's pretty good, but how much can you get with that? Well, if you were to mine Bitcoin, for your 0.2 Bitcoin, you would get 0.184 in return. Well, that doesn't make any sense. Why would anybody do that, Lark? Yeah, well, that's a good question. Why would anybody do that? Your profits would only be $1,527 for your $1,600+ outlay. Obviously, why would anybody rent you Bitcoin mining power and not just mine the Bitcoin themselves? The one thing that does strike me, though, Bitcoin Cash mining. There was a day about a week or so ago where Bitcoin Cash was about 70% more profitable to mine than Bitcoin. Currently, it's more profitable to mine than Bitcoin as well. If you were to put that $1,600 in, or 0.2 Bitcoin, you would actually get 0.22 Bitcoin back. Of course, paid out in Bitcoin Cash. You would have to go then and exchange that Bitcoin Cash for Bitcoin. But herein lies the potential profit. You would get about $200 profit from doing this, potentially. Again, it's mining. Nothing's definitive. It depends on the pool success and the blocks, and it's not a definitive profit by any means. And finally, our last player in the cloud mining space is MinerGate. I don't mine with MinerGate, haven't mined with MinerGate. They do offer a fairly cheap terahash, but just not a lot of details on the website. That's about as much information as you will get from them. Obviously, the contract expires when it is no longer profitable for it to keep mining. You can also mine Monero over here too. I haven't used MinerGate. Some people have, and mixed results, of course. But if you've used MinerGate, hit me up in the comment section down below and let me know if you've been having any success with them. Personally, I'm sticking with Genesis Mining primarily. I like ViaBTC as well. Might throw a little more money into Hashflare. I've got links for those 3 companies down below. But explore your options, guys. There's a lot of ways to make good profits with Bitcoin mining. It's all up to you how you're going to do it, if you want to get involved at all. Anyway, I hope this video has been useful. I know a lot of people have been asking questions about more of a breakdown of mining, the pros and cons and stuff like that, so I hope this has answered some of those questions for you guys. Long live the blockchain, and peace out till next time.